Russian forces in Syria lack access to drinking water and food. Ukraine's defense intelligence reported this. According to Ukrainian intelligence, the Russian military is being accompanied by anti-Assad armed groups on several routes as it withdraws from rural areas of Syria. Furthermore, Russian servicemen claim that Moscow has agreed to keep up to 3,000 Russian troops at Syrian facilities in Tartus and Khmeimim. Problems with drinking water and food were reported at these facilities as well as on Russian ships in the region. The aggressor state's remaining forces are waiting for the military transport aircraft involved in the evacuation, which is expected to carry food. Recently, two AN-124-100 and two IL-76MD flights were scheduled from Chkalovsk to Khmeimim, Ukraine's defense intelligence reported. On December the 13th, it was reported that Russia had likely begun withdrawing some of its troops from Syria, a claim confirmed by satellite images analyzed by experts. For the ongoing operation to evacuate the Russian military contingent from Syria, Russia plans to involve at least 25 military transport aircraft to move troops, weapons, and equipment from Khmeimim to Rostov-on-Don, Chkalovsk, and Vladivostok. Since then, Ukrainian intelligence has closely monitored the evacuation of Russian forces from Syria. Ukrainian intelligence reported significant problems with the evacuation. Hundreds of Russian soldiers are unable to leave Syria, fearing they could come under fire while moving from the Homs province to the Khmeimim airbase. Some armed groups are taking advantage of the process of Russian withdrawal from Syria. They hang the Russian flag on their columns as cover for unimpeded movement, including along the M4 highway, the statement says. According to Defense Intelligence of Ukraine, the process even involved Russian Colonel Dmitry Matrenko, who went to negotiate with representatives of military contingents from other countries in Syria, asking for guarantees of immunity for Russian soldiers who are waiting in the T4 airbase area. Meanwhile, mercenaries from so-called Russian private military companies, including the African Corps, have appeared in Syria. Their task is to protect Russian units moving from the depths of Syria to the bases on the coast, Ukraine's spy agency adds.
Police in Houston say 2 teens were killed and 4 were injured, including a 13-year-old girl, in a shooting at a makeshift club. Assistant Chief Luis Menendez Sierra said officers arriving at the site late Saturday night found a very hectic scene with a large crowd of people running out of a makeshift club. Police said Sunday that a 16-year-old male died at the scene and a 14-year-old female died at a hospital and that the injured 13-year-old was in critical condition. Police have not yet identified a suspect and have asked those who were at the event to call police with any information.
Officers responded to a shooting in progress call at approximately 11:20 p.m. today. As they arrived, they saw a very hectic scene, a large crowd of people running out of a makeshift club. It's kind of one of these last-minute parties, pop-up parties that have been popping up lately. It's kind of like a social media deal. Seems like the crowd was a majority juveniles. Upon officers arriving, they had a very hectic scene, so kudos to our officers who came out here, were able to handle such a hectic scene with several people injured and people running all over the place. Once they kind of got here, they started tending to all the injured parties. We have several people that were injured by gunshot wounds. At this point, due to the preliminary information, we don't have suspect information or any vehicle or anything at this point. Our homicide team is working on that. We'll try to get as much information out to the public as we can so that we can bring these people to justice. Currently, what we do have is a 16-year-old male deceased on scene. We have a 13-year-old female deceased at Texas Children's Hospital, as well as another 16-year-old female and a 19-year-old female at LBJ who was self-transported. The 16-year-old female is non-critical at Texas Children. And we have a total of 5 people that were shot, 2 deceased, 1 in critical condition.